All right, let's talk about Daredevil for a few minutes. In these videos, I'm going to be giving you a brief review of just each individual episode, so you can watch them at your leisure as you go through the series, and you'll have somebody to share with and talk to about the series, even if you only talk back to me through the comments below or on our Facebook page. You can find us at Me and the Geek on Facebook or on Twitter. So, first episode of Daredevil, if you have not seen it, you're about to be spoiled, so fair warning. Here we go. We start with the origin story, a very brief version of the origin story as we see Matt Murdock, young Matt Murdock, and his father at the scene of the accident that blinds him and gives him his amazing abilities. What we don't see is any hint of any story behind that. It doesn't seem to be any nefarious corporation, at least not in the first episode, that is the cause of Matt's injury. And nobody seems to have had it in for his dad at that point. But very quickly, we are given a Matt Murdock who is disabled and yet enabled by this accident. Very, very cool stuff there. The other thing that you notice pretty quickly is that this show doesn't mind taking its time. The scene that you see with Matt and the priest, long, steady shots, solo, just frame the actors and let them exist in the space. I really, really loved that. I thought it was amazing. And the actors do a great job of setting the tone character-wise for the show. The other thing that comes pretty quickly after that is the title sequence, and Netflix has done a great job of aping HBO in the best of ways, in that they've got these great elaborate title sequences to their series. House of Cards and Orange is the New Black both stand out as great examples of this. I think Daredevil is the best one so far. It hints at the future. It shows locations throughout the series that are going to mean a lot to readers of the comic books and eventually people who have seen the series. When you get to season 2, that title sequence will have a lot more meaning than it does in the first episode, but it already is very compelling and an interesting visual feast while maintaining that cool blood red motif. So anyway, I really like the opening theme. The other thing that I like is the music. The scoring throughout the show is very high quality and just adds to the richness. The feel of this movie is, well, high production costs. That's the only way to put it. It feels like it sits right alongside really the movies, as opposed to even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter, the other efforts that the MCU has had so far on the TV world. This one so far is by far the richest experience production-wise and production element-wise. I'm really liking the look of the show and the feel of the show and the sound of the show as it regards the score. Overall, I thought Charlie Cox won me over even in the first moments, but he does some amazing stuff through the course of this first episode. I really like the introduction of Deborah Wall, the Karen Page character, and her connection to the very beginnings of Foggy and Matt's law firm, and then the hints at the man behind the strings and the scenes. We don't say his name. I love it. I love that we don't reference not only the name Kingpin, but we don't even call the character by his name as well. We'll have to wait a few more episodes before we get that drop. But anyway, so those were some of my thoughts on the first episode. Ends solidly, a great action sequence, and it really got me excited to continue the series. As a matter of fact, I did just that by going straight into episode 2, which you can watch my review by now. It'll be up on the page in just a few minutes. So continue enjoying this series at your own pace as you enjoy Daredevil from Marvel on Netflix. For more videos, make sure you subscribe to the page.